Yeah, I mean, we think that it's all up to us. We think we can do it all, and the good things are because of us. The bad things are also because of us.
Hello there. You're listening to the Girl Talk Podcast. My name is Carol.
I'm Kelly.
Hey, I'm Tricia.
There's no guilt like mom guilt.
Mom guilt,
I
I know. Nothing
Everything-
about it is appealing. Everything makes me want to cry.
You've heard this one, I guess.
Yeah. I think I wrote it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Yeah,
think she
mom
wrote the
guilt.
song.
We are talking about that today, and boy, where in the world does mom guilt come from? What do you think?
Straight from the pits of hell.
Man, yeah.
Tell us what you really think.
Yeah,
Tell us
go,
if you're
girl.
all
A
about it.
tactic of the enemy
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
us off track from what God has planned for us and how God wants to use us, and from being whole and safe and secure in God.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy wants to just get in there and go, "You're not worthy. Look at you. You made that mistake. Look at you. You're not good.
You're not good
You're
enough.
Not good
Good
at,
enough.
You're not good
You're
enough.
not as good as her.
Right. Oh my gosh.
And those kids are going to be
So
in trouble because of you.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Urgh.
Yep.
Feel that one every day.
Yeah. The decisions you've made, it's your fault. Your kids are,
And
misbehaving.
sometimes they'll tell you it's your fault.
Oh my gosh. Yes, they will. In
I've
fact,
heard that.
Yes. Yep. It's your fault I don't have any friends, Mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you're so mean.
Right. Yeah.
Meanest mom.
So
in the
yeah,
world.
that's what I mean when I say it comes from straight from the pit of hell. It is a tactic of the enemy to distract us.
But I will say, I think every mom who has ever breathed breath has suffered from it. I remember when my daughter was little. I don't know why. Well, yes, I do know why I remember this, but I remember my daughter was little. This lady, well-meaning, I'm sure, but sent me like all of these things to do when I was a new young mom to make sure that my kid grew up without any baggage, which, I mean, I should have just hit reply and go, I'm her mom. She's going to, I come with baggage. I share my baggage
Oh,
with her.
come on.
But she was very, on not week by week, but on year one, you need to make sure they know this, and this, and year two, and da-da-da-da. And I mean, it was a very detailed plan.
Wow.
And she was very confident in her.
producing.
Goodness.
It was. I mean, and I think I read it, and then I forgot completely about it until just this moment. And I have done none of those things. Anything good in my kid is by the grace of God. But I think
Same.
we can do that to each other as moms. Instead of cheering each other on, we can tend to, especially with
Yeah.
the social media age,
Mhm.
see everybody's highlight reel and think that's their life. And do you think moms have always struggled with mom guilt? Do you
Yes,
think like
I do.
our parents?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
think a part of this is that we inherently have a God complex.
Yeah, that's true.
And we've had God complexes. I mean, we as women can do all things. We can do all things that men can do backwards and in high heels.
Bring home the
Anything you
bacon.
can do, I
Right.
can do
I was thinking-
better.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's been our mantra as women for, I mean, it's straight from the Eden. I mean, it's straight from
Yeah.
the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
We want to be God. We think we can be God. And so when we realize that, oh yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus Christ himself. I can't do all the things because that's not what God created me to be. Then we start to feel like failures. And then that's when the enemy starts whispering in our ear. So yeah, we've dealt with this forever.
Do you think there's a piece of control in there?
Yes, I wrote that.
Yeah. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think,
and
yeah.
lack of control.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The desire for control, but
And the lack of
realizing
control.
you don't
Yes.
have the
That's
control
so true.
creates
Talk about that.
insecurity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we think that it's all up to us. We think we can do it all, and the good things are because of us. The bad things are also because of us.
It starts in the nursery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When your kid bites
Comparison.
someone else.
Yes, that's right.
You're
You got
like-
a biter.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a biter.
You got a biter, and then
Yeah.
they're
And
gonna,
people are looking at me, and I go pick
You're
up
a
my
terrible
kid,
mom.
and yeah, I think so much of it is insecurity. It's
Yeah.
like trying to find some kind of security in how people look at us. Like, how are you gauging me as a mom? And that is
Yeah.
a very slippery slope.
Oh,
Whether you're
absolutely.
in the nursery or whether you're taking your kid to college.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a good place to try to find your identity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think we can do about mom guilt? What do you think is how can we battle back? Because sometimes I feel like we need to just, go to bat for each other. And we need to encourage you. Some of the most encouraging things about motherhood have not come from people who are close to me, but people who barely know me. When someone else notices your kid in a restaurant and says, man, you got a great relationship with your kid.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily about behavior or things like that, but just some of the things that you're getting right. I don't feel like we cheer for each other enough.
Yeah.
Good.
I was at a I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to do. Yeah. So I was out of town this past week, and so I was in a grocery store that I've never been in before in my life, and so I was walking. This young couple had this young child, and like the child was maybe 2, and in a grocery store, doing what 2-year-olds want to do. They want to move. They want to run. They want to pull things off shelves. They don't want to go in the aisle that you want them to. They want to go in different aisles. And this mama was so patient with this child. And it was just striking to me. And so as they're walking out the door, I pulled her aside and I was like, Mama, I want you to know you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Yes.
Because it's what I would have wanted to hear.
Yeah.
It's what I want to hear now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I definitely would have wanted to hear it when I was the mom of a 2-year-old. And you could tell it was their first child. And so I was just like, this mama needs some encouragement. And so we need to do that kind of thing more often. And
How did she react?
oh, she was like, oh, thank you. And then the 2-year-old kept moving. And so she kept moving.
But she
With
won't
the
forget
2,
that.
I
She
hope
won't
not.
forget that
Yeah.
is the point.
Yeah. And she was with her husband. And so I told them both, y'all are doing a great job. Y'all are doing a really good job. Nobody got frustrated with this 2-year-old that was, wanted to be a
being
2-year-old.
2.
Right. Yeah. And you could easily get frustrated. So I just think, getting back to your point, it's really important that we do, when we witness that kind of stuff, that we encourage each other with that, and we stop and say, hey, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
You ladies are doing a good job.
And you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are.
Very much so.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, I wasn't sure if you meant us ladies or
Yes, I was meaning
which
you
ladies. Okay,
You, the two of you are doing a great job.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you.
So, how do you see what are the signs of mom guilt? Because I think one of the things that we need to identify is what to look for in other women when we see that mom guilt popping up. Because even people who don't have kids can be a part of the encouragement in this area. Although I would say, if you don't have kids, don't try to tell people how to raise their kids, because it just it's kind of like
It's not welcome.
no,
It's
it's
just
not.
not.
Well, it's just kind of like, I don't know if that's effective or not. But one of the things that we can do is encourage one another. So what are some of the signs that you think are definitely that a mom's suffering with mom guilt?
A feeling of shame, and you can tell what that looks like. It's rounded over and
Looking
eyes
at the-
averted, and I'm sorry, feeling like saying things like that. I think that's for sure. Be on the lookout for people that just need that encouragement. I love that you did that. I like doing that when I can too, because it's so powerful. It's just so wonderful. I think, what are the signs to look for? I mean, if a child is misbehaving
Or behaving like a child.
or behaving like a child,
Which
then
we
now's a good
tend-
time to encourage the parent.
So here's the thing. We tend to see and I found that this is the case when my daughter was little and coming up too, is like I was so hypersensitive to when she wasn't doing what I thought she should.
Right,
And
exactly.
it never bothered other people who have, they were like, that's not a big deal. Like when I'm in a restaurant and there's a kid being a kid, like I know there are some people that like totally just freak out over stuff like that. But I'm like, that kid is just being a kid. And sometimes I'm encouraging it because I'm waving at him.
Making faces. I can see this.
I am so bad to do that. Y'all have probably been with me when I've done that a time or two. And
Yes.
I'm playing
Or
peekaboo,
14,
but I love that because I love children and I love that
You're
age.
good with 'em.
Yeah, where they're just discovering things and so fun. Yeah. And so I think we're more hypersensitive to our kids' behavior than other people are.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Well, one of the things that I struggle with mom guilt is not like I've not done enough. Like
Yeah.
I always hate those things. Like you've got 18 summers with your. I
that's
can't.
terrible. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
I just get panicky.
Yeah.
And now that I'm here to say yes. It goes so fast.
Yeah.
I was driving home from the grocery store yesterday, driving down a street right near our house, and I saw somebody had put out to the street free for anybody, one of those like little kiddie slides.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oof.
And all of a sudden, I've got
Tears.
a kid going to college.
Yeah.
And anyway, I saw that thing and I just start bawling.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that same thought. Like, I haven't done enough. I haven't done it. I didn't
But,
make enough
okay.
memories.
Okay, let's just play that out. What is enough?
I don't know, but I haven't done it.
Yeah.
But like
And
more.
that's the thing. I think that no matter how much you've done,
Yeah.
you always look at the things that you haven't done instead of the things that you have done. And I think that's one of the dangers because we have this this bar that is set so high that no parent can ever achieve. Just like the email I got from that lady. I couldn't do that because that's not how I'm wired. And I mean, some of those things were probably lovely, but that's just not my personality. I was given my daughter because I'm who I am and she's who she is, and we.
You're the perfect mom for
Yeah,
her. God
exactly.
designed it.
Reminding us that way, but I think it's just we have this unrealistic expectation, and we
Yeah.
don't even define it because we don't know what it is.
Right.
And we're all saying, "Have I done enough?" And what is the enough? What bar would you have reached to make okay? This is enough. Because the truth of the matter is that when they get to be 18 or whatever the age is and they can make decisions on their own, they're going to make decisions on their own. But we tend to think that those decisions reflect on us about what kind of parent we were.
Yes.
When the truth of the matter is they're adults, they can make their own decisions, and we did the best that we could, right? But I don't think anybody ever feels like they've done enough when you come to their 18th birthday and you're like, "You're welcome. I've done enough."
Yeah.
That's not the way it works. I've never
No.
heard anybody say that, right?
Nope.
So let's just take that off the table.
Yeah.
That's an unrealistic question.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we could do all the things and it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's never going to be
Social media
enough.
has made it worse.
Yeah.
Like I didn't take my kid to Europe. I didn't take him. People
Who
are
can
like, "Oh,
afford that?
all the
My
things.
kid's not the
Valedictorian or-
award-winning athlete or the
Right.
The one who gets the first chair in band or the one who got the scholarship to the college or got into Harvard or any of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
That's not my kid, so my kid must be less than.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, what did I do?
Right.
Every decision he's made that has not led him to be like Jesus Christ
best.
himself is my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
reflection
I have to
on
own it.
us.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it just becomes this really unhealthy spiral of comparison.
And it's pressure
My
on the
kid.
kids.
Oh, yes.
That makes them feel
Right.
awful.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
I found myself the other day going, well, I got a really nice thank you note from so-and-so. And it came out of my mouth and I was like, how is he receiving that? That's pressure that I'm putting on him. His note was better than your note or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just, I'm passing on my own issues to my kid because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I think that God in his sovereignty gave us the children he gave us. And we have a lot of influence. Don't mishear me on this, but we have a lot of influence on our kids. And we have a lot of things that we can help build a foundation for them. But when it's all said and done, they're going to grow up and they're going to leave home and they're going to be their own people apart from us and what we've done. And the truth of the matter is, what we see as the perfect parents have kids that don't do what they should do.
Yeah.
And there are terrible parents who have kids that grow up and do exactly what they should do. So, and I look at the fact, I read this somewhere lately that Jesus we have the perfect parent in God.
Right.
We have the perfect parent.
Yeah.
And we still mess up.
We still messed up. I'd written that very
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God was the perfect parent.
Yeah.
He had 2 rebellious kids.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and the rest of us are paying those
That's
consequences
right.
forever and ever and
We're
ever.
all in timeout.
I would have put us in worse shape. I just want to say.
Yeah.
But I think it's a slippery slope, and it is hard being a parent. It's the greatest job you'll ever have, but also the hardest job you'll ever have.
I heard this right along lines with what you're saying. You can't, I heard this, I didn't make this up, but you can't pray your child out of their testimony.
Yeah.
And I think along with that, you can't parent your child out of their testimony.
Yeah.
So God has a plan for them because they are their own people and they will have to make their own choices and their own probably likely mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
we can't take that on ourselves.
Right.
They're going to make their mistakes, and God's going to use it, and it's going to be their testimony and not ours.
Yeah.
You know, all 3 of us are full-time working mamas, and that to me has been the place where I've carried the most mom guilt. And I had, just all of those things.
being a single parent to that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And so I just had an epiphany not too long ago about what was I created for? You know, there's all the feels that I have about not doing enough come from, well, I didn't have enough time. Well, I didn't have enough time because I was working full time, and I've always worked full time. And so did I make a mistake in that? And should I have been a stay-at-home mom? Should I have pushed for that? Should I have homeschooled my kid? You know, all of those things start, especially as we get right now to the end of this journey of full-time parenting, as they go off to college or graduate or whatever they're going to do. I had to really reflect and go, what did God create me for? And then to look back and go, okay, well, I'm at this moment now is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And having this job, getting to do this work in ministry is what God created me for. And there's no doubt about it in my head in that. And so if I can continue to reflect on that, I can say, okay, well, I can let that mom guilt go because God orchestrated my life so that I'm here at this moment to doing this thing because that's what he wants. And so if that's what he wanted, then I can let go of that guilt of being a full-time working mom. And, you know, missing out on opportunities because of that. So it's been my own kind of personal reflection as we start senior year, you know, that this is what God created me for. And so, there's been things I've missed, but that was intentional. That was part of God's plan for my life.
Right.
It's part of his design.
Right.
Yeah.
And that speaks to them, whether they realize it or not now in their lives. You know, later on they will to see the things and the sacrifices that you made for to do ministry and to be a part of what God's doing. And there's benefit in that, right? Too.
And it makes a difference. You know, I mean, it's making a difference. Full-time ministry is making a difference in the world. It's making a difference in the kingdom. And whatever it is, job that, you know, our girlfriends that listen do, if you're using your, whatever it is, your job, whether it's inside the house or outside the home, to build up the kingdom, which is what we're all called to do as believers, then none of it's for naught.
So good. So good. So how do you fight the mom guilt monster? We'd love to hear it. Of course, scripture, worship, all the things that we normally tell you to do are applicable in this situation too. But the most important thing is find a mom that you can encourage this week. Find somebody who you just see maybe overwhelmed, discouraged, at their wits' end. Maybe a babysit for them, let them get out for a little while, maybe a date night for a couple, and you just provide free childcare for one night so they can get out and kind of reconnect with one another. Whatever you can do to encourage a mom near you, know that she's struggling with that mom guilt too. And if you're struggling with it, let us know because we'd love the opportunity to pray for you. And you can email us at girltalk@thelightfm.org. Get in touch on the Facebook pages. And don't forget to like and subscribe this podcast so you don't miss a single episode because we always love it when you show up. And you know what? We're going to save you a seat right here around these microphones the next time we gather for the Girl Talk podcast.